Have you ever wondered what the underwater world sounds like? It's a common misconception that the ocean's depths are a silent abyss. Yet, far from the hush of human ears, an extraordinary symphony plays out. This symphony isn't composed of violins and cellos, but of the clicks, pops, grunts, and chirps of countless marine creatures. Just as birds fill the air with song, so too do fish and other sea dwellers fill the sea with sound. Let's turn our ears towards the Australian coral reefs, a teeming hub of underwater life. Here, thousands of species from the minuscule to the massive contribute their voices to this aquatic concert. Each creature, each sound, is a unique note in the harmonious melody of the reef. Intriguing, isn't it? So, let's dive in, shall we? Prepare to be amazed by the underwater symphony of the Australian coral reefs. Just like how each instrument in a symphony has its unique sound, different fish species have their distinctive voices too. In the grand orchestra of the sea, we find a variety of soloists, each contributing their own unique notes. Let's meet some of the vibrant characters of this underwater symphony. Take the drums or croakers, for instance. Aptly named, these fish are the percussionists of the coral reefs. They produce a deep drumming sound, a rhythmic pulse that resonates through the water. This drumming not only serves as their way of communicating, but also adds a distinct bass line to our symphony. Now let's shift our attention to the chirping sounds. That's the clownfish, the piccolo of our orchestra. Their high-pitched chirping, a stark contrast to the drums, adds a layer of complexity to the symphony. These chirps, believe it or not, are a form of dialogue, a way for clownfish to express their moods and intentions. Each species, with its unique voice, contributes a different sound, a different melody, to the overall symphony. Some are the bassists, some the flautists, and some the drummers. Together, they create a harmonious melody that is as fascinating as it is complex. These are just a few of the fascinating characters in our underwater symphony, but how do these sounds come together to form the symphony we've been talking about? Now, imagine all these unique voices coming together, creating a melody that fills the vast ocean. Just like the instruments in an orchestra, each species of fish contributes its own unique sound to the underwater symphony. The low hum of the large grouper, the high-pitched clicks of the parrotfish, the rhythmic drumming of the clownfish. All these sounds blend together in perfect harmony, creating a melody that is as complex as it is captivating. But it's not just the fish that play a role in this symphony. The ocean itself is an instrument, with the ebb and flow of the currents, the rustling of the seaweed, and the gentle lapping of the waves against the coral adding depth and texture to the melody. This symphony is more than just a beautiful soundtrack to the underwater world. It's also a crucial part of life for these fish. The sounds they make and hear help them find a mate, defend their territory, and hunt for food. Each note, each rhythm, each melody serves a purpose, making the underwater symphony a vital part of the ecosystem. And there you have it, the enchanting, ever-present underwater symphony of the Australian coral reefs. Isn't it fascinating how the underwater world is just as lively and melodious as our world above the surface? But this beautiful symphony is under threat. The coral reefs, the stage of our underwater concert, face perilous dangers, like pollution and climate change. These threats not only endanger the lives of our melodic marine creatures, but they also risk silencing the enchanting music of the deep forever. Our commitment to protecting these ecosystems is instrumental in preserving the underwater symphony. So the next time you listen to a symphony, remember there's one playing underwater too, a melody that we need to protect for generations to come.